Einen wunderschönen willkommen zum heutigen Abend. Willkommen zu einer weiteren Runde Rosewater. Und ich sehe, da liegt jemand. Mal gucken, was wir machen sollen.
There's gotta be something we can do for him.
Genau, da gab es doch irgendwo was von Ratiofarm. Zeig mal her, was sollte man denn tun? Der Westen. Betraf einer Wissenschaftlerin oder Mrs. Emberly, die viele Löcher in den Sand grub, um nach den Knochen von Riesenechsen aus längst vergangenen Zeiten zu suchen. Nannte diese tätig Paläontologie und bot uns an, uns für ein paar Stunden mühsame Arbeit mit Schaufel und kleinen Pinsel gegen Geld zu engagieren. Haben wir leider nicht vernünftig geschafft letztes Mal. Da steht nichts weiter drin. Wir brauchen irgendwas Verschreckliches. Ne?
I hope we're able to help the captain.
Gucken wir mal.
That's Captain Boylan on the left. The 5 other men must be his crew, but I have no idea who any of them are.
Okay, Moment. Geht um ein paar technische Sachen. So, okay. Gut. Ist er hier? Oh.
That's Captain Boylan on the left.
Ja, genau.
5 other men must be his crew, but I have no idea who any of them are.
Crannock. Da war irgendwas. So, wie war das? Oh, das genau.
Storm seems to be passing.
Wir haben ihn hier liegen.
Poor Captain Boylan. It's not easy living with demons.
I hope we're able to help the captain.
Let me know when you found something that might tell us who those fellers in the sketch are.
Okay, das kriegen wir hin. Dazu gab es irgendwo was Büchertechnisches. Mal gucken, entweder
No
hier.
mirror. I guess Captain Boylan doesn't do much preening here.
Okay. Das war ja der Geheimraum. War es unten im Keller? Wir brauchen da zumindest mehr Licht, ne?
Another unlit lamp.
Achso, das können wir lösen.
There we are.
Ist gut ausgestattet
Enough rum
hier.
to last a lifetime. Or an evening. An old navigational chart.
Aber ohne... Warte mal, hier ist eine Kiste.
No rum in here, surprisingly.
Nichts weiter. Dafür mussten wir das Licht anmachen.
Probably full of more rum.
Ich dachte, er ist hier eine Tür, aber das ist...
A crate chock full of rum bottles. This crate's been emptied.
Er hatte doch irgendwo...
Nautical adventures, war stories, medieval romances, and frontier tales. I wouldn't even know where to begin. These shelves are full of ship's logbooks. Captain Boylan had a long career.
Wir bauen das Schiff.
We're in the middle of the desert, but it feels like we could be at sea.
Bauen das Schiff.
I'm no expert, but it looks old, foreign, and valuable. Some kind of navigational instrument. I haven't a clue how it works.
Wir brauchen die Schiffkennung.
The plaque says the Corunna. Oh, that's interesting. There's a little model sailor that looks kind of like Captain Boylan. And that other one there looks like one of the men in the attic sketch. I need to figure out exactly who it is.
Okay, wir wissen jetzt das Schiff. Das könnte uns jetzt vielleicht helfen, in den Logbüchern zu gucken.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Ich dachte, das wäre jetzt ausreichend.
It's got an old sailing ship on it. I'll put back the one I'm carrying first. I'll put back the one I'm carrying first.
Können so ein Ding mitnehmen.
This is the water closet. Captain Boylan was quite dashing in his youth. I can just make out the wagon through the dust. At least it hasn't blown away.
Achso,
Looks like a navigational chart. I'll take it with me.
okay. Hatten wir das heute noch gar nicht geöffnet?
There's a path drawn around an island that says Detour. The name of the island's been crossed out.
Okay, können wir nicht zoomen.
Evocative scene. There's an empty bottle and a note in here. I'll take the note. Captain Boylan, I recommend taking 1 nitroglycerin tablet per day and avoiding overexcitement. Dr. Francois. Nice to be able to freshen up.
Okay, hier oben ist erstmal augenscheinlich nichts. Wir können aber mal gucken. Unten ist eine Navigationskarte. Vielleicht können wir die mit unserer Karte hier kombinieren und finden heraus, wie die Insel hieß.
These two charts show the same land masses.
Aha.
The island crossed out on my chart is called Hastram Scary.
Okay. Wir wissen also schon mal, wie das Ding heißt. Hat sich nichts verändert.
There's not much in here. I guess Captain Boylan didn't care much for writing. Here's an interesting passage.
Fisher landed another whale today on his first shot. I asked him how he managed it. Turns out he's been tying his wife's kerchief to the harpoon handle. Swears it brings luck and improves his aim. Ah, to be young and in love.
Reicht das gegebenenfalls schon als Info aus? Warte mal.
I wouldn't even...
Nee. Wir müssen irgendwie nach und nach Informationen holen.
Not much inside. There is a folded up piece of paper. Seems to be a recipe for sea biscuits. There's a note. Your favorites. Told you they were simple to make. Perhaps someday you can whip some up for me. It's initialed GOM.
Mal gucken, ob wir da hinten was finden.
Boylan set up a sort of shrine from the look of it. That's Captain Boylan on the left. The 5 other men must be his crew, but I have no idea who any of them are.
Ist der Doktor hier.
Oh, that won't help the poor man. There's gotta be something we can do for him.
Oh.
Oh, that won't help. It's got an old sailing ship on it. Oh, that won't help.
Was müssen wir jetzt machen? Leider keine Aufgabe so wirklich gerade.
The dinner gong. Can't imagine it gets much use. For an old sea captain, Boylan's got some rather modern conveniences. Well stocked, but not with anything I need. The map is old. I don't want to risk damaging it.
Ich wollte es ja auch nicht kaputt machen.
The map is old.
Ah, U ist Mausklick, okay. Oh, warte mal. Oh. Wir haben Stuhl.
A
Hocker.
plain wooden stool. Useful for gaining some height.
Wo könnten wir jetzt hier Höhe brauchen? Wo kamen wir denn nicht ran? Da kamen wir nicht ran, an diese Figur. Auch nicht.
A bust of some lady in a helmet. We're in the middle of the desert, but it feels like we could be at sea. Atlases, travelogues, and naval histories.
Irgendwo, ich erinnere mich, wahrscheinlich verkehrt, irgendwo gab es etwas, wo wir hoch mussten, konnten, wie auch immer. Wir gucken mal hier nochmal auf. Da weiß ich auch, dass wir schon mal geguckt haben.
I'll take this hat.
Ey, wir hatten schon.
It's in surprisingly good shape for being so old. A bit tight, but not the worst look.
Bleibt der Hund? Nein, schade. Ich dachte, der Hund bleibt auf. So, wir hatten irgendwo... Es ist ja schon wieder ein paar Tage her.
Spare linens and an old sketch.
Hatte ich nicht schon geguckt?
A sketch of a ship, the Derwent. There's a note. Captain Boylan, looking forward to our first voyage together. Signed A. Cranach. Cranach? That's the same name on the sketch in the attic. So the Derwent must be the ship I'm looking for.
Okay, dann können wir aber jetzt vermutlich Sachen machen. Also herausfinden.
Ah, here we are. The logbook for the Derwent.
Abfloh und vielen Dank. 44. Tja. So lange mache ich den Spaß schon. Krass.
The Derwent sailed out of El Presidio in 1830. Listed crew is Captain Philip Boylan, First Mate Michael Benelli, Navigator Karanga Payo, Harpooner Jalal Fisher, Dr. Jonas Francois, Cook George O'Malley, and Alfred Cranach, profession unlisted.
Ist da noch irgendwas anderes? Du könntest nur wählen. Okay, wir wissen jetzt aber, wer die Leute sind. Vielleicht können wir das jetzt als Infos weiterreichen. Abendhelfer!
I'm not sure what I'd do with that.
I found the ship's log for the crew in the sketch.
Nicely done. Let's have a look. All right, so we've got a first mate, navigator, harpooner, doctor, cook, and artist. We can probably leave that last one out.
Okay, so Danny can be the cook, Nadine the doctor, Phil the harpooner, you can be the navigator, and I'll be the first mate.
Oh, don't you think I ought to be the first mate?
Does it really matter?
Reckon not.
Mit dem wird's noch Stress geben,
Right.
ich bin ziemlich
Now
sicher.
all we need are some props.
Props?
Sure, for authenticity. Have another look at the sketch. Each of the crewmen is either wearing or holding something unique.
Jake's right. If we each have the appropriate item, it will increase our chances of convincing the captain that we are his former crew. I'd also suggest trying to learn at least one personal detail about each one, just in case.
Okay, I'll have a look around.
Bring me any items you find.
And let me know when you're ready to begin the performance.
This is a lot to keep track of. I'd better make a list.
Okay. Erster Offizier, Requisite, Info, geänderter Kurs um Hastra Requisite. Also wir haben ein paar
That's
Sachen
Captain
gesehen.
Boylan on the left.
Wir haben die
According to
Harpune.
the ship's log, these other men are harpooner Jalal Fisher, cook George O'Malley, Dr. Jonas Francois, first mate Michael Benelli, and navigator Karenga Payo.
Haben wir. Hier müssen wir den Wal oder den Fisch-Dingsbums holen. Da bin ich mir noch nicht sicher. Haben wir. Lass uns mal hochgehen. War das so oben? Ja, war oben.
I'll put back the one I'm carrying first.
Okay. Jetzt haben wir hier den richtigen Teil. Requisite. Ups. Wir brauchen noch eine Info. Wir haben noch keine Info vom ersten Offizier und keine Info von der Requisite. Gucken wir hier nochmal. Vielleicht müssen wir uns alle Bilder nochmal genau
The
angucken.
plaque says the Corunna. Oh, that's interesting. There's a little model sailor that looks kind of like Captain Boylan. And that looks like First Mate Benelli. They must have been shipmates.
Okay, ich glaube, jetzt haben wir eine Info, die wir brauchen. Ja. Und wir brauchen noch eine Info vom Koch.
Captain Boylan.
Nee. Wo war das mit dem Rezept?
A sketch of Captain Boylan, looking forward to our first voyage together. Signed A. Cranach.
Mit dem Lieblingsessen. Wir hatten doch irgendwas mit dem Lieblingsessen.
There's not much in here. Here's
Fisher turn.
Captain Boylan. There's a path drawn. It's crossed out on.
Er hat doch irgendwo eine Notiz. Halt. Ich wollte es nicht schießen.
Functional little nightstand with storage.
Mhm. Merkst du schon, wie es richtig zügig dorthin geht, ne? Ja, aber nix. Also doch auf einem guten Weg. Klar.
These shelves are.
Hm?
We're in the middle of the
Mhm.
nautical adventure.
Mhm.
Atlases, travelogues, and. Such an intricate design. A gentum jug. I'm no expert, but it looks old, foreign, and valuable. Classical.
Wir brauchen doch was für den Koch. Da waren wir gerade eben. Kannst wieder hochgehen? Wahrscheinlich finden wir das hier. Hatten wir nicht hier schon irgendwas gesucht?
Not much inside.
Ah.
There is a folded up piece of paper. Seems to be a recipe for sea biscuits. There's a note. Your favorites. Told you they were simple to make. Perhaps someday you can whip some up for me. It's initialed GOM.
Aber jetzt den GOM. Wahrscheinlich haben wir das. Aber die Requisite vom Koch weiß ich jetzt nicht. Aber wir gehen mal hoch. Wahrscheinlich der Schürhaken oder so. Wir geben einfach mal die ganzen Sachen dem Jake hier.
Here's a carved whale tooth for Dr. Francois.
This one's you, Miss Redbird.
A spyglass for Navigator Pio.
Great.
Here, this is the hat First Mate Benelli wore.
Perfect. I'll hang on to it. Thanks, but no thanks.
Oh, ich dachte.
I found this inkwell and quill. Should work for drawing O'Malley's tattoo on Danny.
Right. I'll hold on to this thing until it's time.
Sind wir jetzt fertig? Ich gebe mal den Schürhaken doch.
Hey, watch where you...
Okay, Entschuldigung.
Thanks. Seems like handy information to know. Interesting find. I'm sure this information will be pertinent. Seems like...
Haben wir vielleicht alles?
Remember to bring me anything that'll make a good prop.
Is everything ready to go? Keep in mind, we'll likely only get one chance at this.
Moment.
All right, let me...
Wir speichern erstmal ab, weil ich nicht weiß, ob wir alles haben. Ich glaube, uns fehlt noch was.
That's Captain Boylan on the left. According to the ship's log, these other men are harpooner Jalal Fisher, cook George O'Malley,
Nee, wir haben alles.
Dr. Jonas Francois, First Mate Michael Benelli, and Navigator Karenga Pio.
Wir haben alles. Okay. Feuer frei.
Is everything ready to go? Keep in mind, we'll likely only get one chance at this.
Ich habe alles zusammengesucht.
I think so. I found everything I can.
Excellent. Let's gather everything together and get started. I'll begin. Then we can each say who we are. Captain Boylan, hear the voices of your former crew.
Me crew?
Go ahead, Harley. You start.
First Mate Michael Benelli reporting for duty, Captain Boylan.
Michael. Can it be?
Captain Boylan, it's Karenga Pio, your navigator.
Pio! You're alive?
Captain Boylan, it's me, George O'Malley. Supper is almost ready.
Ah, yes, I can smell it. Delicious.
Captain Boylan, I am Jalal Fisher, harpooner.
Fisher? But where's your harpoon?
I do not seem to have it with me.
It doesn't matter. We need to finish making contact. Captain Boylan, I am Dr. Jonas Francois.
Doc! Oh, Doc.
Hab ich die
how
Harpunen
I
nicht
needed
übergeben?
ye. I don't understand. What's the meaning of this? Some of me men have returned, but the rest? Imposters. Away with ye. Leave me in peace.
Captain, we're only trying to help you.
Help! There's no help for me. Me torment is mine alone, until the day the devil sees fit to drag me down to perdition.
I'm afraid this ship is run aground.
What, that's it? There's nothing else to be done?
This was a risky attempt, and we were unsuccessful.
Ja.
We should leave before we make things worse.
But what's going to happen to the captain?
We can't give him the help he needs. He'll have to come out of it eventually. The best we can do now is leave him alone. We've disturbed him enough.
Damn shame the plan didn't work.
But at least we tried. Come, we should get some sleep. And let's refrain from mentioning this to the captain in the morning.
Komm, ich will dich schon reisen. Gib mir...
Appreciate your hospitality, Captain.
Think nothing of it. I hope you all slept well.
Very much so. And yourself?
Well, truth be told, it was a rough night. But your company was most appreciated. Before ye go, I'd like ye to have this tea caddy, Miss Leger, as a memento. I carved the inlay myself.
It's beautiful.
Best of luck on your journey.
Thank you, Captain. We'll be on our way.
Ich muss jetzt nochmal laden. Ich habe doch die Harpune bei mir
Our
gehabt.
stay at Captain Boylan's farmhouse was anything but dull.
Ja,
I hope
definitiv.
we did no lasting harm by our intervention. But he seemed himself again when he saw us off this morning. I do believe he was truly lonely in his self-imposed exile and grateful for even the brief company we offered. After traveling half the day, we've stopped for a brief rest, and Nadine has asked me to accompany her on an excursion into the desert. For what purpose, I shall soon learn.
Ich will schnell ins... Wir machen es wie folgt. Pass auf, ich habe jetzt hier... Ich beende kurz das Spiel. Weil das ist natürlich ungünstig, wenn es jetzt so läuft. Und laden das jetzt nochmal. Ich glaube, da bin ich schneller raus. So. Ich hatte definitiv das Ding und er hat gesagt, nee.
Hey, watch where you point that thing.
If you are going to stab someone, please choose someone who is not me.
Wir sind noch nicht fertig damit.
Pointy.
Können wir denn die Harpune? Wir haben da irgendwas noch nicht gemacht. Wollen wir die mal ins Feuer halten? Vielleicht damit sie nicht... Oh, vielleicht sollte ich die hier nehmen. Und dafür brauche ich den Hocker.
Can't reach it from down here.
Ah, okay. Haben wir den mysteriösen Hocker rausgefunden. Ich dachte, wir könnten das Ding als Harpunenersatz nehmen. Aber brauchen wir ja gar nicht, wenn wir eine richtige Harpune kriegen.
Here's a harpoon for Mr. Fisher.
All right, this one's yours, Phil.
I do hope this works.
Nice work, Harley. I think we got all the props we need.
Okay. Feuer frei.
Is everything ready to go?
Ja.
Keep in mind, we'll likely only get one chance at this.
Ja. Feuer
I
frei.
think so.
Excellent.
Ich drück mal kurz. Ich glaube, die ersten 2, 3 Sachen werden jetzt identisch sein, ne?
I'll begin. Captain, go ahead.
First,
Captain.
Oh, schön.
Of course, Fisher! I knew ye'd made it.
And I am Dr. Jonas Francois.
Doc! Oh, Doc, how I've needed ye. Me crew? Can it be?
Yes, Captain. We've come to speak with you.
But You're not some devils sent to trick me?
We are not, I assure you.
Prove it then, Benelli. If it's truly yourself, tell me the name of the ship we served on before the Derwent.
Corona.
How could I forget the Corona?
Aye, an unforgettable ship she was. Ah, Michael. I don't know how it'd be possible, but it's good you're back. Pio!
Aye, Captain.
Remind me of the course correction ye made this morning?
Ja, Hastram Skerry.
We're going around Hostrom Scary.
That's right. I remember now. Fine work, Pio. That'll surely save us some time. Fisher, have ye your harpoon at the ready?
Aye, sir.
And your aim will be true?
Ja, mit dem Halstuch der Frau.
Yes, I have my wife's lucky kerchief tied to the handle.
Ah, good. Then our hunt is sure to succeed. O'Malley?
Sir?
I believe I know that delicious scent. But remind me what it is you're making.
Kekse, die Art Kekse. Ich mach die
I don't
Überraschung.
want to say. It'll
Ach,
ruin the
Mist.
surprise.
Surprise? Since when were ye fond of surprises, O'Malley? I'm so confused.
Captain, I recommend you take it easy.
Why is that, Dr. Francois?
I don't want you to put any stress on your heart. Have you been taking your nitroglycerin tablets?
I have. I think I have. It's strange. I feel as though you're me crew, yet I can't be certain. Most of your faces are clear to me, but
Ach, nicht doch mal.
blast the fog. If only I could clear it away.
Perhaps you still can. Tell us what you remember.
Aye. 20 years ago, the Derwent left El Presidio on the hunt for whales. We'd been out for months, with almost naught to show for it. A wretched haul and wretched pay. Benelli came to me, saying the crew was getting agitated, yearning for home. Forgive me, Benelli. I ought to have listened to you. After the third time you tried to speak sense, I tossed you in the brig for insubordination. One more, I said. We'll not turn for home before we bring in one more whale. Hio and Fisher, at least, were keen. I saw the signs, but didn't want to believe them. Didn't want to turn back. But there was a devil of a storm brewing, and he brought us down. Poor Benelli, locked in the brig, to drown like a rat. And the rest of ye didn't stand a chance once the ship turned over. Brave, brave Fisher. You saved me life, when it ought to have been me what went down with the Derwent. Ah, lads, that night's been eating away at me for 20 years. How I wish I could go back. How I wish I could make things right.
But you can't. The past is the past, and what's done is done. The best you can do is learn to accept and live with it.
But how? You 5 brave men died because of me.
Yet you were given a second chance. Use it to do good with your life. Like sheltering strangers from a dust storm, for instance.
It won't ever stop hurting. But you can take the pain and turn it into something good.
I suppose you're right. I swear I'll do right by all of ye. Thank ye. You've given me a moment of peace. I hope to God you've found it as well. Oh, I am weary.
Think it worked?
I hope so. Come, we should get some sleep. And let's refrain from mentioning this to the captain in the morning.
Ich hoffe, es hat funktioniert.
Appreciate your hospitality, Captain.
Think nothing of it. I hope you all slept well.
Very much so. And yourself?
Best sleep I've had in years.
I'm glad to hear it.
Ye said you were headed to El Presidio?
That's right.
Then I wonder if I might trouble ye for a small favour. I've a letter needs delivering. Could I entrust it to ye?
Of course.
My thanks. I'd also like to leave ye with a couple of mementos for being so quick to volunteer and help out. Mr. Lowe and Miss Redbird, please, take this bottle of Barbadian rum. Perhaps ye might split it between ye. Makes dull work go faster.
Oh, thanks. That's very kind.
And for you, Miss Leger, this tea caddy. I carved the inlay myself.
It's beautiful.
Best of luck on your journey. And if ye ever pass this way again, feel free to knock on me door.
Thanks, Captain, we will.
Our stay at Captain Boylan's farmhouse was anything but dull. I can't say for sure whether we truly helped him for good and all, but he seemed himself again when he saw us off this morning. I do believe he was truly lonely in his self-imposed exile and grateful for even the brief company we offered. After traveling half the day, we've stopped for a brief rest, and Nadine has asked me to accompany her on an excursion into the desert. For what purpose, I shall soon learn.
Jetzt ist der Schnaps nicht da liegend.
Thank you for accompanying me, Harley.
Not a problem. What are we doing, exactly?
Since we're passing through this area, I thought this would be the perfect chance to gather some medicinal herbs for my kit. There are a number of plants with useful properties that are likely to grow around here.
Okay. What are we looking for?
To start, we should find some gumweed. I already spotted some from the wagon earlier. You'll recognize it by the bright yellow flowers and serrated leaves. I'll search further this way. Call out when you've got some.
Hab was. Hinterm Stein. Auch wenn er Auto saved. Ich save hinterher. Da drüben. Ab.
Nadine, I found some gumweed.
Excellent work, Harley. Now, I still have some more herbs on my list.
Das Loch.
So, what's next?
Desert lavender, though I don't see any here. Let's keep going. There may be some up ahead.
There's a hole in that cactus. I can just make out the shape of an egg. White flowers with purple edges. Bright red flowers. Hey, look! Over there.
Oh dear. It's a coyote. He's sick.
Is that a badger?
Badgers and coyotes often hunt together. Clearly this badger is protecting his friend.
Okay, können wir den Kojoten helfen?
Is there anything we can do to help the coyote?
We can certainly try. I can't get close enough while the badger is here. They can be quite fierce. Perhaps we can lure it away somehow?
Yeah, maybe. I'll have a think. There's some tea in here. Leftover tea from the other side of the world. It's got a nice fruity aroma. Kind of sweet. Tiny white flowers. They look like trumpets.
Wir verjagen aber den Dachs jetzt nicht mit dem Stock, oder? Wäre ein bisschen gemein.
Hey, any interest in this? Guess not.
I'm not sure what I'd do with that.
Okay, wir haben jetzt einen Stock. Ah, vielleicht müssen wir einfach nur ein Ei rausfischen.
Steady now. Got it. Here you go, you little mongrel. A nice egg to snack on.
Where did you find that egg?
In a cactus, just over there. There was a bird's nest inside.
Oh dear. I hope the mother bird will forgive you, but at least now I can examine the coyote. Aw, poor thing. 2 puncture wounds in his hind leg. This coyote was bitten by a snake.
Nein.
Is there anything we can do?
Yes, but we'll need to be quick. I'll try to remove the venom and treat the wound. I think I saw some snake root nearby. It has clusters of white star-shaped flowers. Please look for it quickly.
Okay, I'm on it. Tiny white flowers. They look like trumpets.
Hier nicht.
Tiny white.
Ich nehme hier alles mit.
White flowers with purple edges.
Nee.
This bush has clusters of white star-shaped flowers.
Wahrscheinlich das hier.
This one's got clusters of whitish flowers.
Wir nehmen hier alles mit. Ist noch irgendwas? Okay, ich glaube, wir haben alles Weiße. Fee, danke dir. Meine Fresse, 51 Monate. Ich fühle mich wirklich alt, wenn ich sowas lese. Wirklich alt. Danke dir.
Hurry, Harley. Find me that snake root. Remember, look for the clusters of white star-shaped flowers.
White Star-Shaped Flowers, das da.
I managed to find some snake root.
And just in time, too. Relax, friend. This will help. There. I think you'll be all right.
Incredible. You're quite the healer.
Ich bin
I
nicht
do what I
alt.
can. We should head back to the wagon. We can gather a few more herbs on the way.
Hey, da ist ein Stock, der war vorher nicht da.
Well, that was certainly an eventful excursion.
Sure was.
You know, it made me think of an old story about 2 other animal friends. I haven't thought about it in years, but it just came back to me.
Go on then, let's hear it.
Okay, but first,
Alles gut.
What are you doing?
Danke dir.
you'll see.
Bis dann.
Now then. A fox mother was carrying her kits to a new den, one by one, when suddenly a hunter leapt out and gave chase. The mother dropped the kit she was holding and ran off, leading the hunter into the woods. Mewling in confusion, the kit stumbled away and tumbled down a steep hill, landing in a stream at the bottom of a ravine. He
Oh.
blacked out. When the young fox woke
wohin
alone
färbt's
on the
denn?
bank of the stream, he started to yip and yowl. Nearby, a turtle poked her head out of her shell and peered at him. "What's all that noise?" she asked. "I'm alone and I don't know where my home is," Fox cried. "I don't see what's so bad about being alone," Turtle said. "And if you carried your home with you like I do, you'd always know where it is." "I'm hungry too," said Fox, just realizing his stomach was rumbling. "Hungry?" Turtle said. "How can you be hungry when the water is full of delicious larvae?" And with that, she gulped up a large mouthful. Fox tried to follow Turtle's example and ate some of the tiny larvae, but they weren't very tasty and didn't fill him up. Turtle began to slowly walk away downstream. Fox followed. Now, night was falling, and it was getting colder. "Is there room in your home for me?" Fox asked. "No," said Turtle. Fox whimpered and lay down in the mud, shivering. Turtle went inside her shell to sleep, but she couldn't forget the pitiful sight of the lost kit. Poor Fox, Turtle sighed. You can borrow my shell, just for a while. We'll take turns. Turtle took her shell off, and Fox tried to crawl inside. He could only fit halfway, and it felt like all his bones were breaking, but he was grateful. Just then, a huge owl, seeing Turtle lying there unprotected, seized her in its claws and was about to carry her away. Yipping furiously, Fox kicked the shell off and chased the mean old owl away. That was close, thank you, Turtle said. She went back into her shell, and Fox lay beside her, keeping watch. After that, Fox and Turtle continued to travel together. Turtle discovered she could see farther and travel much faster by riding on Fox's head. She guided Fox to all the best spots for catching larvae and other tasty things, enough to fill both of their bellies. Fox found a curved piece of bark that fit him better than Turtle's too small shell. He carried it in his mouth during the day and slept under it at night, and Turtle had no fear of any predator, because Fox would bare his fangs and scare off anyone who threatened her. In this way, Turtle and Fox wandered from place to place until they had visited every part of the land, and both grew old and happy.
Schön.
So the lonely turtle and lost fox ended up helping each other. Touching story.
Yes, I always thought so.
So where did you hear the story?
Actually, I read it in a book. Myths and Legends of the Native Vespuccians. Dr. Sedgwick bought it from a traveling bookseller. I think he was of two minds about giving it to me. On the one hand, I know he considered it frivolous heathen claptrap. But on the other hand, he thought it might be meaningful to me, having something connected to my origins. He was right. I cherished that book, devoured it. It was written by a white man who was supposed to have traveled all around the country collecting native folk tales. Sometimes I wonder if he ever left the publishing office in Bright Bay. Maybe he just made them all
oder
up.
was?
I preferred to believe that there was something authentic about them, though.
I imagine the writer did a fair bit of massaging to make the stories palatable to the book-buying public. Editors are finicky about what they'll publish. And who even knows if the people he got the stories from were just telling him what he wanted to hear. But somewhere in there is the seed of the original stories and the truths they have to tell. If putting them in a book helped them reach more people, like you, then that's a good thing, right?
Yes, I suppose so.
Anyhow, I liked the way you told it. It's your story now.
That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. Here, for you.
Oh.
This is really well done. Thank you.
Shall we head back now?
Sure. Let's go.